Hi guys, thanks for joining me for part 2 of my project video. When I set out to make this sign, I wanted to make something that was Thanksgiving inspired, but also something I could leave up all year long if I wanted to. In part 1 of my video, I show you how to design the sign in Inkscape, a free design software, and I'll link to that in the description below. Now today, I'm just going to show you how I put this together. I cut the words out of heat transfer vinyl. I painted a sign with this chalk paint, and I would definitely use chalk paint if you're going to apply HTV to a wood product. And then I adhere it all together with my Cricut Easy Press and my Easy Press Mini. Now, if you find anything in the video that you like, it's inspiring, or you just enjoy watching it, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, leave them in the comment section. And if you'd like to see what I'll be working on in the future, hit the subscribe button and then tap the bell. Now, on with the video.
Now that we've finished our design in Inkscape, we need to get it into Cricut Design Space. So the first thing I'm going to do after I open a new project is click on Upload, Upload Image, Browse. Now I saved it to my desktop. I'll go ahead and open that. Now the background is already transparent. It's an SVG. Now it's in my images, so I'm going to click on it and say Insert Image. Now the one thing about this is it comes in as the wrong size. The proportions are right, but the size is wrong. My proportions are locked. I know that my width was 6.9, so I'll go ahead and change that, but that is one thing you'll have to keep in mind. And now we're good to go. So I'll get the camera angle turned around, and we'll start with some beautiful blingy glitter HTV. For the word gather, I'm using this beautiful golden black HTV. It's a glitter. So I have mirrored my design in Cricut Design Space. Then for the setting, I use glitter iron-on. This weeds really nicely. Just dig into a corner and start pulling back. Then I always like to turn it over and look at it just to make sure that I don't have any center still in there. Very pretty. Then for the word home, I'm just going to use this Caesar Easy Weed Stretch. It doesn't need to be stretch, it's just that this is what I have. Now I didn't say it on the prior one, but with most HTV or iron-on, you need to make sure that you have the shiny side down. That's the carrier sheet. Then the machine just cuts through the back side of it, leaving the carrier sheet intact so that you can place it down on your project. Now I still have this set for glitter, and that's much thicker, so I need to go ahead and change the setting to everyday iron-on. Then the other thing is, make sure that you have your design mirrored, and then I like to check my blade after every cut. Now it's funny, I just said you want to keep the transfer sheet intact. This actually cut through it there. I think we'll be fine though. Now here's the board that I'm going to put my design on. It's just a 0.12 inch piece of plywood that I got at Home Depot. And then I painted it white with chalk paint. I use this Waverly white chalk paint. I think when you're putting HTV on wood, chalk paint is your safest bet. Now I need to decide whether I want to leave these little pieces or not, but let's just get the design kind of settled where I think I want it. So I just say take your time. You can't change it later, so you might as well get it exactly where you want it to start with. My glitter is thicker than my black vinyl, so I think the glitter can take a little more heat. So that's what I'm going to start with. Okay, I'm done fiddling with it. That's where it's going. Even if I put a frame around it, this might slightly be covered, but I think I need to do that so that it's more to the center as opposed to far to the left. So again, this glitter can take more heat. So I'm going to hold it down and then pull the black out from under it. I'll use my Easy Press 2, and I'm just going to put it at 280. I don't want an extreme amount of heat, so I'll give that a minute just to heat up. Now that should be ready pretty soon, so I'll go ahead and get this ready. In the end, this sign is going to have somewhat of a monotone look. I really like the black on white signs, but this dark glitter HTV will give it just a little bit of pop. I'm going to be pretty conservative and just do this for about 10 seconds. Now I won't reach from top to bottom, so I am going to have to kind of move it around. Then typically you can peel this hot. Since it is on a painted piece of wood, I want to be kind of careful. Okay, so it's stuck here, it's not quite stuck here. Now I'm going to use my little mini just to spot press it where it needs it. Now that wanted to come up right here, so let me go ahead and press that down for just a few seconds. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so I've decided to take this piece off. I'm just going ahead and cut around this so that if I decide to add it, I'll have my transfer paper on it or my carrier sheet on it. Okay, so this Easy Weed is a 10 to 15 second. It's supposed to be a little hotter than what I have it, but I don't want to melt my paint. So I'm going to go ahead and just try it at this setting. Now I can tell it is not stuck down up here. Again, I think I'm going to go ahead and use my little mini. That is so cute. I have done several heat transfer vinyl projects on wood, and I would say this was by far the most challenging. The glitter went on super easy. This took quite a bit of time. Thanks for sticking it out to the end. I'll see you on my next video.